Welcome, everybody, to another great episode of the Urban Paranormal Podcast, where you might be crazy to some,
but your family to us.
Hey!
What up, what up?
So, I am your host, JH.
And I'm your moderator, Trent A. Johnson.
Anchorman Dave R. reporting for duty.
Reporting
It's your
for
girl,
duty.
the voice of Erica.
Yeah.
And I'm your repeat offender.
What up, what up,
Ego.
what up, Ego?
Welcome
Okay,
aboard, Ego.
so guys, just so you know, we've been off, a couple days, couple shows, right? Because we had some things we had to do, and we're having a bit of a technical difficulty. So what I need you to do right off the top is listen to us, like, subscribe, and share it, even on your Facebook, on whatever, okay? Because that'll help us out right now.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we have a great show. Before I go into the show, let me say this. If I'm talking and you see the camera on these guys, it's because I'm controlling this shit. So
I know, right?
Right. So any
Kind
fuck
of
up
short tonight.
Right. So any fuck up
Right.
at this point is probably me. All right. So y'all bear with me. So let me tell you about this show. This show tonight is a different one. It's about a part of Houston that maybe some of you guys don't know. It's on the Toddville Street, right?
Yeah.
It is a mansion, and we're calling this one here the Seabrook Murder Mansion.
Yeah, Seabrook, Texas.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, we were given the information, and we just started looking into it. We didn't. I didn't know. Did you know, Trent? I didn't even know about
I heard nothing about it. No.
Okay.
I did see a glimpse of it while I was driving by in Seabrook, Texas.
Oh, okay.
You saw a glimpse of what?
I saw a glimpse of what used to be there, but they demolished it like years ago.
So you already knew about this story?
Just a little bit, but I was just a
Okay.
baby at the time.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
David's been a baby before. We learned that tonight.
yeah, he was a baby.
Well,
before.
in the 80s, I was just a
Baby.
little, baby kid. you know?
Right? Baby Festus, right?
More like, baby Hispanic little kid running around in diapers.
Okay.
Okay. So
That explains it.
the guy name was Gerald, I think William, or
No, it's William List.
well, that's his name. I think his first name is Gerald.
No, that's his
No,
middle name.
his
His
first
middle
name
name
is
is-
William.
His first name's
Yeah.
William.
He's nicknamed Bill.
Yeah.
Right.
William Gerald List.
Okay,
Yeah.
William Gerald List.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to spoil it because that's what all I would have to say. You know more about the
Well,
story.
William Gerald List was a guy who got rich in the 80s.
In the 80s.
He had a company manufacturing trailers. He got rich during the oil boom here in Texas.
Okay.
And he was able to get his money, and he built us, I think, like
34,000 square feet.
34,000 square foot mansion
On 4.5 acres.
on 4.5 acres in Seabrook, Texas. And he was I don't want to say pedophile. Was he a pedophile?
He was a pedophile.
He was.
Let's not go there. Let's talk about this fucking house for a
Yeah,
second.
he had
Okay.
The house looked like a jail.
A prison.
It did.
Yeah, it looked like either a prison or a crazy hospital.
Right.
It did. And
Yeah.
the way that it was fenced over on the windows, it looked like a mental sanitary sanctuarium.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
what
a
I
good
thought.
one.
But
That's
it was just like, it wasn't like your sanitarium. It was like your hell sanitarium, like Silent Hill, if you think about it.
Okay, well, let me say this here, real quick. If I had the money, right, to build my own damn mansion,
Yeah.
why in the fuck would I choose to say, hey, I'm gonna make it like a prison? I'm gonna make it like a mental institution. Like once you're in, you can't get out
'Cause you
type
on
of
some sick
situation.
shit.
Yeah. And he actually built this mansion himself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah,
steel in that.
And his company was on Telephone Road. It was 11103 Telephone Road,
Oh,
and it was called Bill's Trailer Manufacturing.
dang.
So this is what I'm saying. You are asking, rather. You believe that when he built that mansion, he had evil, sick intentions off the top.
Yes.
I know. I don't know.
I do.
bro.
Well,
You
Why
think
would
so?
you want
Maybe.
all those bars and all that shit?
Well, if the house is so big, you got to be secure.
And then if you're building a house, you're a visionary, so you know exactly how you
Right.
want it.
Yeah, you're
So for
right.
them to say, even within multiple articles, that the house was never even looking inviting,
Yeah.
No, it didn't
it
look
didn't look
inviting.
It didn't at
inviting.
all.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a house, a
It
home.
looks spooky
Yeah,
just
yeah.
coming
Yeah,
from
so-
the entrance.
well,
way.
He wanted to do some shit.
He did make it like a privatized area where he could legally state the reason why he had offenses was because he didn't want people trespassing, quote, which makes it suspicious for
oh,
his
he
motives.
wanted people. He wanted.
Oh, he
people.
did.
He wanted
And you know he actually bought a brick company
Mm-hmm.
to make the bricks to build his house. And then once he built the house, he closed the brick company down.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he
Oh,
had
wow.
paper.
No trace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
money.
bricks didn't even look that good.
Yeah.
Well, look
Well,
at
it
the
looks
picture.
ugly.
I mean, I hate to I hate to say that, but I thought it was amazing.
Oh, Jay.
Well,
No,
you
no.
like shit like
Well,
that.
well, I did like it, but
Yeah.
I do know that a home is supposed to be a home. It's supposed to be a beautiful thing, you know. But this
Yeah.
piece of work
This
was
shit look like a jail.
it looked like a jail. It looked like
Yeah.
a jail. Like hey, don't.
So you having flashbacks? You want to?
I think he's
Yeah, I think
expressing it
that's what
artistic.
happened.
Missing
I think
Bubba
he's
and shit.
expressing
Yeah,
it
Bubba.
artistically.
I
He's
like that-
expressing the artistic architecture.
I like that
Okay,
it was
I
on the
guess.
water.
You say what?
It was on the
It was
water.
underwater.
It
What was
over-
under? Oh yeah, it was on the water.
Yeah,
on
it
the
was
water.
overlooking the
Seabrook,
water.
Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about it.
That's the
Fuck
romantic
house.
part of the house.
Yeah,
The
that
house was spooky as hell,
Right.
Mhm.
and it's actually there's rumors that this house is haunted
Right.
because of happenings at this house.
Well, let's get into the happenings in it.
Okay.
Yeah, so this guy was a convicted sex offender before he moved into this house. I think it was like in the 50s or something.
Yes, it was in the 50s.
I think 53 or something like
yes,
that.
it was.
His wife actually left him because he was convicted of sexually assaulting several teen boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he went to jail.
Yeah, he did. He went to jail, did time, then he got out and was able to build his fortune.
Yes.
So he wasn't rich before he went in.
I don't think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
What a
But
way
I
to come
guess he just went into the jail cells, read some, economic books and construction books, and then thought, let me just think of a more twisted way of getting away with murder.
Right. He did that. Well, no,
Wait,
he didn't
I didn't
do
think
no
he
murder.
murdered.
He didn't do any murder.
No, it's a figure of speech when I said, let me get away with
Oh.
murder.
Yeah.
Like, let me go ahead and,
Build this
put in a
great
secluded
place and
area
do- yeah.
where nothing comes in and out of those activities.
I think he
Okay.
didn't want nobody seeing what he was doing in his big house.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
I mean, that's why he got it gated.
Ego, that's it. That's what I was looking for. The reason why he built that house, that mansion, and the way he did it, and it was closed off because he didn't want people to actually see. He didn't want because in a big house in a mansion like that, you would have big bay doors, big windows, people could look through, But if a motherfucker up in there screaming, "Help me!"
But he really had freaky shit going on.
Yeah, he
basically.
did.
It was
He
just
did.
freaky shit he had going on.
Right.
Yeah, and they call it the Toddville Mansion, the murder mansion of
Yeah.
Seabrook.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what this guy did, he would go on Montrose on the weekend, and he would pick up teenage boys and bring them back to this mansion to say he was like a sugar daddy.
Okay.
yeah.
Well, hold on,
For
Trent.
the-
Before you do
yeah.
it, you guys at home that are no wiser. We're in Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
At that particular time, Montrose area was full of male and female prostitutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so you need to understand that. So even children were hanging out on Montrose Street.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just know that. Go ahead.
So he would go out on Montrose and pick up these young teenage boys and take them back to Seabrook to the old mansion. You know what I'm saying? He was a sugar daddy, and he would let these boys stay there in exchange for sex.
Wow, I read that too. That's
yeah,
crazy.
and according to some of the boys, he was into some sick, crazy shit. You know
Some
what I'm
kinky
saying?
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some
Kinky.
crazy shit. And
Do we have anything on the crazy shit he was into?
no, nobody got into details.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of hard finding
I found
information.
I found one detail.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
He
Go
was
ahead.
into fisting.
Yes.
I don't even want
What
to
the
fucking-
hell?
I,
Okay.
Okay, for you,
You
guys
shouldn't
at
even
home.
said that
nope,
shit,
I
bro.
got
That's what it was.
I have to keep my
That's
listeners.
a hell of a mental portrait.
No, I have to keep my listeners up to date.
Okay.
So you guys at home, I'm translating. So fisting is
Oh,
right?
God.
Okay.
Wow.
Guy, just
Wow.
For psychological and sociological purposes,
Yeah.
speak.
That's a fist up the ass.
Ego.
right there. You go.
I'm sure we all
Okay.
want to know, Ego.
Yeah.
He was into fisting. Okay,
Yeah.
but giving or receiving?
I think giving because the guy said he was a very sick guy and he liked to bring pain upon having sex with the guys he's having sex with.
Oh, he didn't want the pain. He wanted to give it.
So a falcon punch to the ass.
Right, basically.
That's some mud shit right there.
All you can type of shit.
Oh, you
But it's the end of
A
the
hook up the shoot.
Right.
That's kind of horrible to
That's
gay
fucked
men.
up. That's fucked up, man.
Right.
Poor boys. God
Yes.
Right. So okay. So what happens after this? Like,
damn. So this young guy, what's his name? I think his name is Smiley or whatever.
yes, Smiley.
His
We
full
go-
name was Evan Smiley, I believe.
Yeah. So anyway, this group, he had this group of four teenagers staying there, and I don't know how long they were staying there, but
4 to
like
5
say-
years,
yeah,
around there.
Yeah. So they
Damn, they
were
grew
Damn.
like I say, in exchange for sex, they would have to clean up the house and shit, but they basically stayed there for free. Well, I don't know, a falcon punch to the ass, I wouldn't consider that.
Well, he
free.
did also some cuffing to his
Yeah.
victims too.
Yeah, that's the ultimate goddamn payment right there.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
they said that he was into some sick shit, so these 4 teenagers came up with the plan to kill him, to take him out.
Well, and let me ask you this here about the killing.
Yeah.
Did these 4 teenagers actually?
Is this like interviewing me or is this the fucking podcast?
Well, I'm just asking the question because
Shit.
I don't know, so I'm asking you because I know
yeah.
the audience want to know.
Okay.
Did these 4 teenagers like do it to steal money or anything of that nature?
Well, it's kind of shady, you know what I'm saying? Because I was looking up the background of the kids that were there,
okay.
and this guy Smiley, he wasn't no nice guy.
Like,
You
what do
know
you
what I'm
mean?
saying? Like he lost his parents at a young age.
Yes.
It sounded like I had hard times. Not a nice guy.
Well, I'm saying the things he done. You know what I'm saying?
Transient.
Yeah, he was always getting into trouble, going to jail for fighting.
If you took a fist up the ass, you'd be pissed off too.
Well, this is
No,
before.
before.
This is before.
Oh shit.
He was
Yes.
like homeless a lot
Yeah,
of times.
Yeah.
because
On
he
drugs.
picked this
Oh,
guy
wow.
up on Montrose.
Mm-hmm.
He was one of the guys he picked up on Montrose. He was 19 years old at the time. You know what I'm saying? And he was a troubled kid. You know, at the age of 14, he actually got hit by a car, and he almost died, and he developed a limp. You know what I'm saying? And that just added to his attitude.
He started fighting even
He
more.
started fighting even more
Oh,
because he
shit.
would fight people teasing him about this limp and shit. And he got hooked to heroin, all kind of shit. Ended up on Montrose.
Well, that kind of gives like a good accomplice recipe, for Bill List, because Bill List had like a Irvin, what's it called? Albert Irvin Smiley Horman. That was the full name of Smiley's name. He was one of the 4 that was living in this mansion, to be his accomplice, and then later, those 4 people would, invite other, male prostitutes to get into his mansion, and then they were basically Bill's List's playthings.
Yeah.
It was a revolving door.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then even before those kids got there, the neighbors in the area already knew his reputation of being a sexual offender.
Oh, they
You
did.
know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, and then the house didn't look inviting, so that didn't
Right.
help any.
Right.
So I wonder if anything else went on before that.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying? That we don't know about.
I'm pretty sure there's a whole lot that we don't know about because here go the thing, you and I and we actually worked a bit around there, right?
Yeah.
And everything there is incredibly colorful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, the stores, everything is incredibly colorful, but this place is dark.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it was dark at least. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no way you could be there and go, hey, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, that would catch your attention immediately.
Yeah, well, I think sometime in the 90s, it's set, after the shit happened, the house sat empty for years.
Yes.
Because people knew the reputation,
Mhm.
the story about it, and nobody wanted to buy it.
Yeah, but see, I'm gonna let you finish telling the story, but I don't see a reason why that shit should stay empty.
I mean, because who would want to stay in the fucking house where somebody got murdered that looked like a insane
You think it should turn
sanitarium?
into a
or something?
museum or something?
Okay.
No, you don't want that ghost running around there.
No, hold
Yeah.
on. Wait a minute. First, okay, come on. Let me say this. Let me ask you. All right, Ego. Someone just died in this beautiful, I'm sorry,
Beautiful.
not beautiful, this mansion.
Mm.
It's just died. Someone killed someone in that mansion. And you know it, right? Would you stay there?
I would have it blessed first, and then I would move in.
Okay,
happily.
thank you. Someone speak. Voices? What about you?
Would I stay there if I knew that they just died?
No, they didn't have to just die. It's been there for years, but we know the history.
But it's so big. It's a big mansion.
It's a big mansion.
Yeah.
But is that mansion?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that-
probably wouldn't want to live there.
Yeah.
Just because someone died.
No, just because it looks like a fucking jail.
But, okay.
No, go
Erica's
ahead,
got a
go
point.
ahead.
All right.
Well, I mean,
I couldn't stay there either.
that's not a house. I mean, just I can say, I got a mansion, y'all. They pull up. Oh, Erica, you want some shit? Like
You can redecorate.
But exactly. You could change all that shit out.
But the outside of it it has burglar bars and steel.
You could have it
My house
moved.
got burglar bars.
Right,
Not
mine
that
did too.
You ain't got no murder shit going on at your
Or
house.
if
fisting
you-
going on at
No,
your house.
no.
Huh?
Or you could
No
legally
murdering,
go
no
by the
fisting.
building code,
Wow.
have a $1 million project to demolish it and then rebuild it.
I'm not going through all that. I'm getting no.
Right.
I
That's
wouldn't
just
live there.
Well, in 1995,
Mhm.
the house was torn down,
Unfortunately.
and they divided the property up into 18 lots,
Mhm.
where 13 houses
Damn.
stand today.
Mhm.
And at this guy,
Yeah, I heard about him.
Nur N-I-R, I don't know how to
Ner
fuck you say it.
Goland.
Nur Golan.
Golan. Yes.
He actually leased one of these houses. It was $1 million house. I think it was like $1.5 million. He leased it for like $5,000 a month,
Mhm.
and he started to see ghosts. He said he's seen shadow children.
Yep.
Oh,
You
boy.
know what I'm saying? And he is actually trying to get out of his lease because
Oh,
he
wow.
said they didn't disclose to him
Yeah.
what happened on the property.
Okay. Now see,
Yeah.
I have a whole nother fucking. Okay, you know what? We never said exactly what happened.
No.
Please tell the audience, everyone's listening, what did these four boys do exactly?
Okay, like I said, the four boys, they were tired of getting fisted and shit.
Right.
So they came up with this plan. Well, first of all, what they did, they woke up that morning like today's the day.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They tore the whole fucking house up.
Just
They-
tore it up.
They
Just
tore it up.
wrecked it.
They threw fucking furniture in
Damn
the
sick.
swimming pool, broke dishes, wrote their names on the wall. Anything you could think of, they fucked the whole house up.
They even wrecked the walking hallways too, and they even wrote in graffiti name, "Bill is sick." And then in the wall, they even wrote down, "Bill List is a sick man.
man.
He is going to die."
Yes.
Written by yours truly, Smiley.
Smiley.
Yeah, yeah.
1984.
So you gonna die today, bitch.
Yes.
That's what he
So they came up with this plan. They went into Bill's room where they know he kept his shotgun. So they got his shotgun, and he got the spiral staircase. So they waiting for Bill to come home. So Bill comes up. He's coming up the spiral staircase, and one of them,
Hi,
Smiley.
Bill.
"Hi, Bill," said, "Hi, Bill." He looked up, and Smiley let loose on
Boom.
his ass.
right in the head.
Right in
And the
head.
guy who shot him was none other than Smiley himself. He put him at
Yeah.
gunpoint. He wanted everyone to take footage, everyone to record his death, his body and his corpse spiraling down on that spiral staircase.
Wow. And I know then he took a piss on his body.
Yeah, that was the real
Yeah.
Yeah.
part about it. He took the piss on him.
He took a piss on the man's
Well,
body.
they was
That's
already
fucked
pissing
up.
and doing everything else. So that's-
Yeah, so they murdered him that day, fucked him off. You know what I'm saying?
They even took his blood and then smeared it on the wall, according to these footages that I have. Now, for you listeners that don't have the opportunity to look at YouTube, they smeared it nearby the rooms that had like the two window doors, and they even had a picture of the Houston's 8 leading gay men. already knifed into the newspaper with some blood scattered around it, watery blood.
Wow, damn. Well, Jay, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
After you killed him, you think you'd have got your revenge back and fisted him back?
Yeah.
Nah.
I would have used a shotgun
I
and
know,
put it at
right?
the end
That's
and then
crazy,
blew
man.
the shit out.
Flooded him.
Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
Pulp Fiction.
But now let me say this. So now,
He kinda
so
deserved
I
it.
wanted you guys at home to hear exactly in the gory, thing of what went on in that house and what they did. Now let's fast forward to what Trent was saying. This man wants out of his lease because he believes he saw shadowy children.
He seen
ghosts.
shadow children
Yeah, shadow children. Now there was no children killed on this property
that we know of.
That we know of.
that we
right?
know of. Correct. All right. So I just think that this guy has other reasons other than maybe failed information. I don't know that he would lie about it. It doesn't seem like this place would typically be haunted with shadow children. If anything, it'd be a grown man haunting it.
Maybe they were
Well,
little demons or something.
Yeah, maybe other things happen. Maybe he
energy.
killed some children that we
Never
don't
know.
know of.
So
Or
like,
maybe the land might be
be-
fucked.
That's what I was
This is
thinking.
bad.
Because in Seabrook, we worked with David,
Right.
and he grew up in Seabrook.
Mhm.
And he told me it's a legend, that place is haunted.
so all the other 13 homes should be having experiences as
That's
well.
what I was thinking.
I
Same
mean, I don't
grounds.
see why
Maybe
not.
specific spots in the area is probably
Yeah.
having hauntings.
I would think the whole
The whole
grounds
energy
would be
of
haunted.
it. Yeah. The whole energy of it.
I would think so.
Right.
I wouldn't want to stay in there one of them motherfuckers.
Mm-mm.
Even though the house that old boy rented, I looked it up online. That
It is
motherfucker is
beautiful.
magnificent.
It's beautiful.
Yes,
I saw
it
it.
is.
Yeah.
It had 31 pictures. I saw that shit.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And he's rented for $5,000 a month and
Yeah,
shit.
Damn.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
for real.
That's a lot.
For Houston, I mean,
Yeah.
for Texas, it's a lot.
Well,
You said what?
For
Tex-
Texas,
What's
It's
a
a
lot
lot.
for Texas?
he said the
Oh,
price
okay.
of leasing it.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a
You
lot
know.
for me. Shit.
That's a lot. Yeah, for me too.
For real. Wow.
Well, something to fill in for architectural factual news about this mansion, even though it's butt ugly. Quoted from, the reporter herself on December 2015. I think her name was Carolina Gonzalez of the Houston Chronicle. The mansion, or the list bloody mansion, is 34,000 square feet home on a 4.5 acre lot that's backed up on Galveston Bay. We all know that, obviously, it was wood framed, and then the house had approximately 175 tons of steel used to build this building. Back to you, gentlemen.
a lot of steel.
Yeah, and according to the Houston Press, you know what I'm saying. There's been abundant reports of ghosts, shadow children, and they even said fucking unexplained creatures and shit, whatever that fucking means.
Other people
Tyrell
said
murder.
shadow children too?
Yeah. This is from the Houston Press.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I mean, well, I'm gonna ask you, Trent,
Yeah.
and I'm asking you guys at home.
Go.
Do you think this might just be like word of mouth rumors to draw more attention to your city,
small town.
right, to your small town?
Maybe. Yeah.
I would say rumors, no, but to use the story, since it is based on fact, to get the attention to make money off of based on what you're saying, yes.
Okay, it's possible. It's possible.
Okay.
But there's no doubt that some tragic shit went on there.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that energy, that fisting energy,
That bad
Fist-
probably
energy.
still
Oh, yeah.
Probably
exists.
little fist ghosts
I know, right?
in the hallway.
Right.
Fist.
That
I
grease
know,
fist.
Fist
Ghost
going
tub.
through the spiral.
Oh god.
Ghost Hub.
All these little
Wow.
fists going through
Did
the
you say
spiral.
ghost hub?
staircase.
Yes, Ghost Hub.
Okay.
Wow.
Little ghost sticks.
So you guys at home,
Float around.
I asked that question to Trent, and I also want you to answer that question to me in the chat. Do you think that maybe they're kind of embellishing on the story or adding to the story to bring more attention to the situation, to their little community? Okay, and also, while you're thinking about that, also think about, would you live in a house that had some type of horror situation happen, even though you know it, you've heard it, but now they've tore the house down and built something else?
I don't think I could.
Do you think you would? So let me know. And we're going to take a break. But before we take a break, we're going to let you know this. When we come back, we're going to let you know the connections that this house have with other people that are in history that you might know about. Okay, so I tell you what. Like, subscribe, and share. Remember, we're having technical difficulties. We just came back. So what I want you to do is definitely share this on your Facebook because we
Sound like you said we having tape on the difficulty.
I said technical difficulties.
Okay.
All right. But hey, I tell
just
you
had
what.
to get you to pronounce.
There you go. But we'll be back in just a little bit.
Hey.
Yo, we are back, guys. All right.
Oh yeah.
And we're talking about this murder mansion, right? Bill List, right? He built this
Freaky motherfucker.
Right. He built this mansion, and he made it look more like a prison.
You think he made that shit like his own personal like playhouse?
That's what I was.
Yes.
That's
I
what I
believe
asked you.
so.
Yes.
That's what I was asking you before because I believe it, man.
Yeah.
And Ego made a statement, about it to the point that this man didn't want nobody to see in. He didn't want you to know what was going on in there.
That's crazy.
So
man.
I'm pretty sure that if we'd have had the privilege to go into that home after the deaths and everything to look at it, I bet you would have found all sorts of secret doors and secret
Hell, yeah.
things.
You know, a lot of people did in that Seabrook community. That's part of the reason why they tore it down, because people would go there and urban explore and shit. Motherfuckers just curious, want to see the place where this tragedy happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's oof. So for you guys at home, all right, there's a lot of things that goes into this here, the lore of this particular story. The man was murdered by the 4 boys, which who knows how many countless other children this man was molesting. But finally, they had enough of being
Fisted. Yeah.
and they said enough was enough, and they shot him with a shotgun.
No more
And they
fist.
also said he was a real asshole.
He was.
Yeah, they say he had a real bad fucking attitude. He was socially awkward.
Yeah.
Didn't know how to talk to women or people, so that's probably why he chose
Little boys.
Little
yeah,
boys.
teens, little boys and
Right.
shit, troubled kids and
And
shit.
they were really heavy on drugs. So I think they was using
heroin,
heroin and
all
everything
kind
like
of
that.
shit.
Heroin, cocaine.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but how can he served time in prison, right?
Yeah, he did.
Earlier.
He did.
Right,
in
before
the
that.
50s. I think it was in 53. Like I said, his wife left him when she found out he was really gay, fucking little boys and shit.
Okay.
He was convicted of sexual assault of
Okay.
several children.
Of several children.
Yeah,
So
I don't know how much time he did, but he
didn't do
did.
a lot.
Yeah, he did. He did some time.
I thought I read that he did 5 years.
That's what I
Might
said, he
be
didn't do
like-
a lot.
yeah.
He was
Not
at
a lot.
Ferguson.
It
Oh,
was,
wow.
I think
Wow.
it was 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. But did anybody find anything like how many people he
Children.
sexually assaulted? Or?
I tried to.
No.
It did
No.
not
Yeah.
get.
I was
Okay.
looking in there too. My sources were telling me that it was approximately like 20 to 24
Damn.
kids.
And that's
But
all he
I
got
need
was
to-
5
That's
years.
a serial assaulter.
But
Wow.
then again, it was just unreported, and there was missings that was linking to his murder patterns
Wow.
and his rape patterns.
That is incredible.
Well, he keeps saying murder, but here's the thing. I mean, I only know about 4, so I didn't know about the kids before that he went to jail for. I don't know how many kids that was. It might have been a few, but it didn't stop him from going to Montrose picking people to fuck up.
Nah, it didn't.
I mean,
Right.
and let's just be honest. This man might have stopped a new Ted Bundy.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I think so.
How you get that, Jay?
No,
You talking about Smiley killing
yes,
him?
by Smiley killing him.
Yeah.
He may have
Okay.
stopped
Okay,
a new
okay.
Ted Bundy.
That's what I think.
get
Well,
you.
he said the
So
man
he
was
might have
evil.
been escalating
To something
Okay.
better,
Yeah.
bigger.
Right, you might be right.
And that house might be made out, like I said.
Yeah.
Dungeon rooms, different things of that nature, and people would have been going in there like Roach Motel and never coming
Yeah.
out.
He probably had big plans because he has a big ass house, so he knew
Yeah.
what to do. Those 4 boys were just the beginning.
He's just like, I'm
I saw
slinging dick all over
Right.
this motherfucker.
I saw an
I
interview.
I'm
can't-
slinging dick and
I-
fist.
I know,
I'm
I
coming
can't-
out dick and fist
For
first.
real.
I saw
for
an
real.
interview they did with
That's
the
the dick
Smiley
room,
guy.
and that's the fish
And-
room
Wait a
over
minute.
there.
Hold on. Hold on. You saw an interview with
Yeah,
Smiley.
they did with the Smiley guy, and the Smiley guy just was just talking about,
Oh.
that he just was there for the drugs. He wasn't gay, and that when he was introduced, his friend is the one that he said that it was boyfriends, but he said his friend did it with him, but his friend would come back and tell him all these horrible stories about how he was making him go through pain. He said, I didn't know that he wanted that type of sex. So the guy was so upset, like, oh, he's such a sicko. And then I guess with all the anger and shit.
And he would call him his house boys.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
His house boys. Ain't that some shit?
So what you're telling me now flips this story a bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if you caught that, but it really flips this story. What I'm getting at this point is these 4 boys are in a relationship with this man in some
Yeah,
sort of
some
fashion,
form,
right?
yeah.
And
He was their
The-
sugar daddy.
He was
Right.
Yeah,
And
he
this
basically
one,
had 4 wives,
right.
or husbands. I don't know what you would.
Husband, wife.
And this one boy,
Hives.
Smiley, gets jealous that his boyfriend,
No, it wasn't his boyfriend. It's
No.
his
His
friend.
friend.
okay.
Well,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't believe
That's what
it.
Smiley said.
Yeah, that's what he would say
Finn
now.
Smiley.
Yeah, and it's getting done up by this guy. He didn't like that. He became jealous of it after a certain period of time.
I don't think so.
Well, he was already jealous of the man. He said he was jealous of the man's money because
Yeah.
the man had so much money and would rub it in their faces. So he kind of like that. The whole tearing up the house and everything like that. That was a part of to say "fuck you"
And your
Yeah.
money.
in your fucking house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Trent was getting ready to say, "I don't think so."
No,
Yeah.
I was about to say that probably ain't the only thing he was
Well-
rubbing in their face.
yeah,
Oh.
That ain't even funny. That was tasteless. I'm
Nah,
tripping, y'all. My
no,
bad.
it was actually funny.
Hey, it's urban paranormal. You can
Yeah, yeah.
I know, right? I know.
But so that's what I see the story now. I see the story as someone being disgruntled behind the situation and wanted to take it out. But Smiley, you might have stopped the new emerging of Ted Bundy.
I believe so.
Yeah, but you know, old boy, he was sentenced to. I think Somali got what? How many years,
A
David?
lot of time.
He got a lot of time, but he actually got out or something. I think
I think he was, according to my sources,
because he got sentenced to life for something else.
No, he actually got sentenced to like 20 years or 24 years.
Yeah, but he.
according to my sources.
Yeah, but he actually got sentenced to life after that for another crime.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for
The other-
aggravated robbery
Yes,
or something.
it was.
Like that.
He
'Cause I
assaulted.
say-
He did aggravated assault and robbery, which added into his sentence to life.
Yeah, and he's serving that shit today.
He is.
Because, like I say, Smiley wasn't a good kid.
He wasn't a good kid. He
Yeah.
always had anger issues, and that should have been a warning sign for Bill List. But Bill List felt like he could actually mentor this sick man to carry out his evil bidding.
Yeah.
Boy, did that backfire.
I know.
That's the way to put it.
Wow, that's for sure. That's
The
for
apprentice kills
Boy.
the master.
Sure. I know, right?
Sith happens.
Wow,
But-
that's crazy.
I really think that this was the start of something very awful.
Yeah.
Could have been, yeah.
I mean, that man and that boy who killed him, Smiley.
And he had a whole fucking mansion to do it here.
And he had all the money in the world.
Wow.
Now, what serial killer that we have that's public at this point that we know had the money this man had?
Do you
None.
think
And
I'd
at that
be,
time too.
Right.
I wouldn't be mistreated if I had that much money? My fucking mansion would be like a circus of naked bitches. They would
Oh,
be
my
happy
God.
because I would pay them well. You know what I'm saying? They would all
Um,
they would all be smiling. I wouldn't be hurting nobody.
in other words, you would have your circus penthouse.
yes.
And he'll be fisting a bunch of women too.
Oh man.
It'll be the same shit.
No, man.
You'll have
Same
different
shit.
rooms of
no
whatever
Mike Tyson,
creative.
no Mike Tyson,
Sound
yeah,
like,
bro.
stuff.
sound like Mortal Kombat.
I know, right?
He
Fucked
gonna,
up.
he gonna be walking around a little small staircase too,
I'm
and
just-
some
that's just
woman
a
gonna
figure
tear
of
his ass
speech.
up.
Walking around with bitches on his fist.
I'm just saying, you got all this
like big
money, man.
drumsticks, like turkey legs.
Oh
I'm
boy.
just saying, you got all this money. You can do whatever
You
the
want.
fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
And you want to
Be
do
the-
some sick, sadistic
See, you know what's
ass
crazy?
shit.
If he was black,
Yeah,
that house wouldn't last as long as it lasted. Wouldn't be one boy go up in there.
I know, right?
shut
They
it
would
down.
probably went back and beat his ass.
Oh, yeah.
huh?
But the crazy thing about, like you said, he has so much money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
why go get these crackheads off the street?
That's what I'm saying. If you could do anything you,
you
want,
can get so
why do
many-
you want to hurt and force and get fucked up people? And
Everybody
you know what I'm
has their
saying?
I can answer
Well,
that. I
yeah.
can answer that.
Jay, answer that.
Make
I'll,
him feel
I'll
more
follow up.
powerful.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't make feel more powerful.
Word.
The key thing is getting people who feel low enough, who are runaways, who are just part of
need
society.
you.
Yeah, who
They
need you.
need
That's
him.
the power. That's what I mean.
Well, no, and they're so low in society
Yeah.
that if they come up missing, no one
No one
cares.
knows.
Well, you got to look at what they said
Yeah.
about Liz. He was
True.
socially awkward, so he didn't know how to
Okay.
talk to women.
Mm.
He didn't really know how to present himself, so he had to go get
Women
these
or
people.
men, he didn't know how to
Yeah, he
talk
didn't know
to.
how to talk to anybody.
Bill List.
So he had to go to these people who needed somewhere to go, somewhere to be. You know what I'm saying? All he had to do was pull out little
money
money,
was the power.
and let that shit
I
talk.
know that.
But
Well,
he could have done that very same thing, pull out money like that for women, and could have did it.
Yeah,
But the problem
not-
was
he
he-
could have, but like I say, he was socially. He didn't know how to do that shit.
I think he was testing the waters on people to kill.
Maybe.
I really do. I mean, because he could have went
Well,
and
he
got some
should have got
homeless
them
women.
killing skills together that night.
He
buddy.
so needed them.
For real.
He
Okay.
fucked around too much.
May I say, out of social psychology fact out of there, people who are predators in terms of the meat factory or meat market, which is a term for, a male whore, prostitute house that he actually invented for himself for his own keeping.
Yeah.
His advantage was, okay, if I can't have my luck to go ahead and get me some female prostitutes to kind of have this sex cult or whatever they want to call it whatsoever, let me do it with some teenagers, that are the lowest streets. They don't know how to communicate well, so he has actually emotional and mental abuse power over them. Then, because of the fact that they're not educated, guess what? They have nowhere else to go. So, I have them pinned down. I could do whatever I want.
Right.
That was his power over these poor,
how I feel, too.
seeming teenage male homosexuals.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you say?
I don't
'Cause
know.
I
understood.
I just went blind for a
But
second.
a lot of people do something strange for a little change.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, they do. Right. But here's the thing. I want to explore the issue here. We know Amityville Horror, right?
Yeah.
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 What if? And I'm just saying this. I'm just throwing this out there.
Yeah.
What if there was a demon in that house?
Okay. Let's
Oh.
play
He
with
was
that.
the demon.
Well, that he maybe. But what if there was a demon in the house? It's so weird because this mansion, a shotgun. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. I see.
Yeah,
I
I'm
see
starting
where
to see
you're
that
going.
now.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I mean, this
But
could
you
be.
said demons aren't bad, Jay. Why you
Change of
blaming a
heart?
demon? That's unlike you.
I'm just saying an evil spirit,
Yeah, it
not a
could've.
demon per
Yeah.
se, but an evil spirit could have taken over the people in this house.
Could have been. It could have been the heroin.
Well, he had a poem, Smiley, that he would say.
Or the fucking fisting, his ass hurting and shit. I'm gonna get that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Shit.
But the poem that he would say, it was some kind of demonic shit that he was saying.
Who's that?
Smiley. It was a poem that he would say to himself that
Oh,
someone
wow.
taught him,
Oh, I didn't know about
and
that.
it was like a demon lyric.
Do you know it?
No, I don't know it.
Oh, wow.
But Smiley was
incredible.
saying
Yeah, but
this.
Smiley was saying.
I
that.
mean,
Yeah, like I said, Smiley wasn't no nice motherfucker.
Right. But that's what I'm trying to throw in there when you think of the Amityville Horror, and now you add that on top of this. It's a similar.
Yeah, it is. It's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
With Smiley being the driving, you think that List is the bad guy because obviously you can't get over the fact that he pedophile.
Yeah, that's
Right.
why. That's why I was looking at the story. I was like, because this could really go both ways.
ways.
Correct.
Yes.
Because he very well could have been a guy just having sex with.
That's it.
You know
Doing
what I'm
nothing
saying?
else.
And these guys came up with this plan to kill him.
That's it. That's
you
what
know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
thinking.
Or he could have been a sick motherfucker.
And was finna be the greatest Ted Bundy ever.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying this story was kind of iffy. too.
Right.
It could have went either way.
But I just
with
wanted
me
to,
reading it.
right. I just wanted to throw in the unrevealed because maybe it was paranormal to that part that we're not. It's already happened. Okay, Smiley has time to think about it. The demon has left, or this evil spirit has left.
Yeah.
But at that time, it would be great to hear
Well,
him.
according to the residents of Seabrook, there's something going on their property.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And so for you guys at home, we did some research. Now, we would love if you guys could do some because they keep it so hush hush because it's kind of, I guess, a black spot on their city. They knocked the whole fucking house down.
Yeah.
All right. They don't want that story out because there's still 13 homes on that property.
Yeah.
People still need to go and rent that fucking property.
Right.
So
It's 3300 Toddville Road, Seabrook, Texas.
see, I wasn't finna give y'all the address.
77581.
Go visit.
Renting the property, beware.
Go
Code
check it
and
out.
everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You
We
know,
should take a field trip there. Just,
we
just to walk
should.
around barefoot.
We still haven't been to the
the killing field.
killing fields yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to the
the
killing
train
field.
station too.
No, the killing
Oh.
field.
The killing
Killing
field.
fields.
Yeah.
Oh.
We've been
You
right
know
on
about
that.
that?
Mm-mm.
Okay, we're gonna have to fill you in.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do that another time.
Yeah,
Yes,
off the
okay.
air. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So here's the thing. We look at all of these people and we just report it to you guys. But at the same time, it's a lot of shit that we read about these people that it make you go, Because I really don't, like Trent just said, when you listen to it, when you read this, and you really just get away from the pedophile stuff, right? Who's the bad guy here? That guy, Smiley, seems like he could be the bad guy.
The hero.
Yeah.
Well,
or the hero.
He could
right?
be he
Yes.
could be the hero,
think
but that's what I'm saying. It's one of those stories. See, I can't take a story like Ted Bundy, for example, and say, okay, maybe the girl was the bad guy. I can't.
Yeah.
Ted Bundy was the predator.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And this situation is a very weird one because it goes both ways.
It does.
Yeah,
It's a
because-
twisted.
Go ahead.
It's a twisted situation because if you look at it, he was molesting kids in the beginning. That's
the
what he went to
beginning,
jail
yeah.
for.
Previously,
So
yeah.
now he has guys come over that he's inviting over. They're like 18, 19. So
Yeah.
he knows now to stay at the rightful age,
Yeah.
just right.
Yeah.
See that
Makes him an
Is that bad or
anti-hero.
good, though?
But
Is
but
that
but
bad?
but see that still makes him in a way kind of good.
'Cause
He's
he's
smart.
doing
So
illegal.
he, like Trent said, he could have been just some guy just having sex. So
Yeah.
he figured out, oh, society said this is wrong, like Ego mentioned,
Yep.
and said, let me change it.
Yeah, because these guys did go on a shopping spree with his credit cards.
Yes, they did after.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
Oh, afterwards?
Yeah.
That's how he got really
that's
busted.
okay.
Yeah, the way they got caught, they went to where did they go? To a bar
Yes.
to order drinks. And just so happened the bartender was an off-duty cop.
Oh boy.
And he ran the cards and he knew that Liz was dead. You know what I'm saying? And so he rounded all of their asses up.
Dumb criminals.
Yeah, yeah. But that was just a coincidence.
Yeah, but
you go in this bar and it just so happened a cop behind the fucking counter fixing drinks.
but what you said, Liz had
You know
been
what I'm
dead,
saying?
and they still using that card?
yeah, they
You're
was
fucking-
using this
And they were
card.
still in Texas. So like
Yeah.
you didn't even run far.
right.
Yeah, they had planned to leave, but not soon enough.
They was gonna go to New
Teenagers.
York.
Yeah.
Stupid teens.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He would have got away with it too if
It wasn't for
For that meddling cop.
I know,
those
right?
fist busting teens.
I know, right? Wow.
That is
All
wrong.
in your guts.
I know,
That is-
right?
well, let me ask y'all this right here. Let me
All right.
let me put the camera. I'm not going to ask you, Trent.
Uh-huh.
You last.
Okay.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna start with you, Ego.
Go for it.
So there's this old man. He old, look crazy and everything, you know. All he wants to give you $5 million, and he wants to fist you for the $5 million.
Oh my God! Do you really have to ask that question?
Wait,
Yeah,
you
I
gonna
do.
go around everybody?
I'm gonna go around and ask.
Goddamn.
$5 million, he get to fist you for 1 week.
One
Would you
whole-
accept?
I think
Oh,
he
you
goes.
might mess up my insides or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now let me ask Erica.
Tell
Erica,
my guts.
$5 million. This man get to fist you,
For
right?
a week.
For a week.
A week.
Well, I know.
Think about all that shit you could do with that shit. You could
I can-
take care
I
of your
can fix my
kids.
asshole after
you
that.
can fix your asshole.
I get a whole
Damn.
new asshole. Everybody get new titties and ass. I get an asshole.
There you go.
Fist on, my brother.
Okay,
Power
there
to
you
the
go.
people.
They can rejuvenate
For
it.
$5 million,
$5 million.
man,
I'm learning some shit tonight.
Power.
on the
Rejuvenate your
podcast.
booty hole.
Right.
why
okay.
not? I can do some ass kegels or some shit.
There you go.
Wow.
Okay.
You know, life goes on.
David R.
This is really getting too
5 million,
fucking
David.
normal.
Hello.
David,
Da-
5 million?
$5 million,
Not
bro.
1 million.
David, you get to pay
Can
for
I
your.
be the guy who gives the fisting?
No.
You're good. I told you, I gave you a scenario, and you're gonna get your college paid for. Your mother's gonna have her house paid for. You're gonna move out her basement. All of these things are happening for you.
It's just a fist.
It's just a fist.
5 million. We'll be in the same room.
Okay, can it be a girl who's offering me that?
No,
A fist is a fist.
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
There you
And
go.
prepare my asshole.
Take
There
And
you
then
go.
next
$5
thing you
million.
know,
Fist,
I am going to
fist.
press charges, put him
Wow.
in jail,
What about you,
beat his
Jay?
ass up with that money.
Yeah. What about you,
What
Jay?
about you, Jay?
Nope.
With your,
Ah.
your loose booty.
Definitely fucking not.
Definitely not.
Okay.
What about you, Jay?
Definitely fucking not.
There you go.
5
But
million?
why you so happy? Why you smiling at me asking that fucking question?
Because I knew your ass.
I'm really fucking uncomfortable right now.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm really fucking uncomfortable.
Guys,
that
this
was
is-
the weirdest question
It is.
asked on the
It is.
podcast.
How
Right.
low can you go?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a
Wow.
theoretical question.
Right,
Don't
right.
take it literally and be offended.
No, don't be
Wow.
offended. I'm asking you guys at home the same. I'm asking you the same
Just
question.
me and David.
Old man, right, will give you $5 million.
Hey, look, let's go somewhere fucking else, man.
I
Let's
want
go
you
some
to-
fucking wells, man.
I want you to
Hey,
tell me
look,
if you
okay,
would do
look.
it.
Okay, let's go into the tragedy of this guy's story,
My
because
God.
there was other tragedy
Attached.
attached
Yeah,
to,
there's a
to
lot
him.
to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because his sister, I mean, not his sister, his estranged daughter. He had 2 estranged children. One was I forgot her name. What was her fucking name? Anyway, her daughter was actually killed in an infamous pickaxe murder.
His daughter was actually killed.
Yeah, his daughter, William List, his daughter was actually
Deborah
killed.
Thornton.
Yeah.
Deborah Thornton was his estranged daughter, and he actually reached out to his kids to come back and help him run the company. You know what I'm saying? After years of being apart, after their mom divorced him for finding out that he was gay, he called his grown kids back. And then after a couple of years, she ends up getting killed on a whim. What happened? It was like, you know how you go out to the club one night stand? She had just met this dude, went back to his house. The neighbors, which was Carla Faye Tucker and her boyfriend,
Daniel.
they had been having a feud with this guy that she went home with, and they had decided tonight was the night they was gonna kill that motherfucker, and she just happened to go home with him that night. They came in there and killed him with the pickaxe and found her there, and they had to kill her too. So he got the shotgun blast and she got the pickaxe.
Right.
Unlucky timing.
Huh?
Unlucky timing.
Yeah, that's fucked up. That is very, very fucked up.
I mean, just so you guys really understand, like all of the trauma that comes along with it, because he lost his daughter by a pickaxe, like you said.
Yeah.
And Trent just broke it down to you how of a coincidence. Now, they already said, matter of fact, we were talking today about numerology and different things, faith and stuff like that. It just so happens that on that night, she decided to go home with that guy that night and then lose her life. So it was meant for her to lose her life.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
so?
I think so. It was meant.
Wow.
That
was her
was
time.
That was her time exactly.
Wow.
You know,
'Cause he wasn't even the killer, the guy she went home with.
Right.
No.
right.
So that really makes it her night.
It was
Yeah.
just it
She was the
just that
victim.
night they decided they was gonna end that feud and kill the motherfucker.
Well, I hope the dick was good at least.
I hope so too. Because she
Her
died.
last dick.
She probably didn't
She
get
probably didn't even get
But
none.
they said she was in the bed. She was
Oh,
hiding
yeah.
in the bed.
Yeah,
and she
'cause
got
they
killed
was
in the
asleep.
bed. Right.
Yeah.
So that's how they was able to pickaxe both of them to death.
Right.
So they might have fucked each other to
To sleep. Well, that's sweet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Carla Faye Tucker said
Don't
when
know
she
about sweet.
when she put the pickaxe in him with each stab, she had an orgasm.
Wow.
That's
Oh, I
where
didn't
the
know that
Sun
part.
started to make more rumors about it.
Wow.
The tabloid magazine.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So do you think that could have been some type of karma?
No.
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 I think so.
I think so.
No.
Yeah.
I would say no, because again, the tabloid made this phenomena look like, she had an orgasm of killing.
It's like a curse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
no. Trent asked you, do you think it was like, karma? And both of you guys said no. Why?
I said yes.
I
Oh,
said, yeah,
okay.
like it's like a curse.
So
Yeah.
you think that was a curse?
Family curse.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think it was.
I think so.
Could be.
But her to be killed like that,
Yeah.
and her father to be killed like that.
Yeah.
Could be. You know what I'm saying? I believe in shit like
Generational
that.
curses are real.
I believe
and,
in
and
that
I guess
shit.
in their family is
Yes.
death,
Yeah.
early death,
Yeah.
murdered.
Right.
And then the killer part, her brother, which was William List's other son,
Mhm.
the surviving son, he actually reached out to Carla Faye Tucker, which was his sister's killer,
Right.
Uh-huh.
and befriended her, forgave her, and promised to be there at her execution. And he did.
Yeah.
He sat there and watched her get executed just like she executed his
Mm.
sister.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I wonder if that was the same woman that said in her interview that says, "I'm not scared to die, but I'm scared to get my head shaved bald." I don't know if that was the same woman who
Carla
said that
Faye
line.
Tucker?
Yes.
I don't know.
Carla Faye Tucker, she had changed her life and started ministering to everyone else in prison.
Yeah.
Stuff
And
like
he
that.
did the Christianity thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Later, I'm researching this now. According to her history, she's been taking drugs, having sex. Her mom was a prostitute. Let me fast forward. Age 16, she married a mechanic, and then she gets a little AWOL with what we now are fast forwarding with Deborah Thornton and her lover, I guess.
Well, here go the thing. Remember when Trent was saying how it all matches, right?
Right.
The guy Smiley had this bad childhood and everything, and that put him on the path to meet William List. Well, Carla Faye Tucker started out at the age of 8, right, doing heroin, being a prostitute.
Ooh.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, you know. Now her father treated Carla Faye Tucker horribly. He didn't like her, but he had 2 other daughters, and Carla Faye Tucker had realized her sisters were so beautiful, but she felt like she wasn't. And then the day came where the dad said he knew that she wasn't his, and the mother told her that she had an affair on the dad, and that's why Carla Faye Tucker looks different. So after that, Carla Faye Tucker just went left and started doing very bad things at the age of 12 or 13, 14, and called it a day. You know, so we have this person being made up to be this bad person with bad things. Wherein on the left side, we have Smiley being made up with this person to do bad things, and they put him on a direct goddamn court. Yeah.
Direct path.
Yes. So you guys at home, you see how this kind of works out. Like, it's so fucking weird. But I tell you what I want you to do is like, subscribe, share, right? And also, the lights are dark. Obviously, I disappear.
Yes.
So
I wish you would have disappeared on that last goddamn fistathon y'all had.
Yeah.
Nah, that was dope. That
was not dope.
That was
Dope.
dope. That
you
was
said-
dope.
Okay, I
said
just
no
leave your
to
fisting
Find
fetish
out,
to
bro.
you, Jay.
Yeah, I know. This boy got some
That's
type
2
of
fists in
fetish.
the air.
So could you guys go $ DSB Media, right? That's where you can send your tips and everything like that. And if you would like to tell us your story, become a sponsor or any sort of thing like that, you can contact us at
urbanparanormal13@gmail.com, and you can send those donations to $DSB Media on Cash App.
yeah. And we'll be right back in just a second.
Hey.
welcome back, guys.
We're back.
Right.
So recap, right? So we're talking about the murder mansion in Seabrook.
Yeah.
Right? A man, Williams List. He had built a beautiful place.
It was not a beautiful place. It was a
Built with butt ugly
horrible,
bricks.
ugly place that looked like a penitentiary or a crazy hospital. The people in the community didn't like the way the house looked, and they didn't like his reputation. So he was socially awkward. So he stood out like a sore fucking thumb.
Tomato.
Oh, he was
no,
all,
it's no tomato.
The place was awesome. I bet you would like it.
No, I bet they wouldn't, Jay.
Okay.
By a show of eyes, who thought that was a nice house besides Jay?
I was just gonna say it was an artistic approach he took, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it wasn't nothing artistic about
Why would you
that.
say that?
What was artistic about it?
Because you could do houses any kind of way. He chose
But
to do
I
his house that
understand
way.
what was artistic about it.
The way the
This
lawn
choice?
was made, the way the garden was done, and
The garden was awesome. The garden was
I
awesome.
don't think so. I don't think
Garden
so.
was awesome. It
It
had
gave it a spooky, like kind of
Spooky, yeah. Who likes spooky?
Some people
I do.
All
Okay.
right. According
You guys listening probably do too.
Okay. Let's rock with
Go
it,
ahead.
David. What you got, David?
Okay, according to the footages that have been taken by the Houston Chronicle by Manuel M. Chavez himself, there was no garden. There was some trees surrounding outside. It looked
Exactly.
like a military prison.
Yeah.
No.
There was some poles on the brick stuff, and the windows were all steel gated. And then the man who built it, he did look like an awkward guy, but it looked like he was like your average shy businessman.
Yeah, and popular opinion
Okay, but
is that the place looked like shit.
no,
yeah, it
no,
did.
no,
It
no,
looked like a prison.
No. Here go the thing.
I have the footages, and you guys can look.
David is looking at the front of the house. There are pictures of the actual house
Well,
and the inside and the
that's what
garden.
we're talking about. The outside is because everybody's not going to go inside.
Right.
They're not gonna make
That's
it.
his no, I'm
They're
saying
not gonna make it.
That's
Okay.
his personal space.
Well, but I'm
so
talking
the
about-
outside of the house is what you would present.
Well, I'm talking about the backyard with the garden.
Well,
and the whole
there
thing.
was
not
no
gonna get in the
backyard.
There was,
either.
there was a
They had a
backyard.
garden.
Okay.
Yeah,
they
there
had a
was.
garden, but it was inside.
Yeah.
It was like a gas house. However, it looked like a prison working
Yeah.
factory. And yes, he did had a game room. He did had a fun room, a pool room, a nice kitchen, and a master room.
Yeah.
But it looked like a mill sweatshop place inside
Yeah.
with different rooms.
And I also read that the carpet he didn't get nice. It was like office style carpet.
Yes.
It was like a fucked up place.
Yeah.
Like a compound almost.
Yeah.
Yes.
And why is that so beautiful, Jay?
Well, because it's just a lot of people come together with their sweat, hard work, and make something beautiful. You know?
Okay. If it needs
Okay.
to be
Okay, I
beautiful
see what you're
in a homeowners
If you say
association
so.
opinion,
Tomato.
I
there
know, right.
would have been more effort to make it more pleasant to live in instead of just a 60s barricaded penitentiary area.
He
His
didn't.
house.
He didn't want people just to come up to him and say, "Hey, I like your house," and bring him cookies. We wanted people to
that's
stay away.
Well, that supports
what
my
we want.
statement.
Well, yeah, him probably.
He
Yeah.
wanted people to stay away. I don't want that shit.
I mean, most people want a nice looking house.
I mean, no, I want a nice looking house, but I don't want people coming up to my fucking house.
Well, that's why he had the gated community, and he had it all bricked up. Like it was so spacious and far away from this narrow, very chill spining, walkway to the entrance. I mean, of course he would build it to the point that, okay, no people getting in. You're very unwelcome. Let's see.
Exactly.
This supports my statement that, okay, it could use a lot of improvement in terms of making appealing. But
I think
because
they
he's a
did
very
improve
creepy
it.
guy, he meant to do that on purpose to
It was
scare
very
people.
intentional.
So
You know,
it was
some people-
intentional.
Very
Some people
intentional.
do their houses, and you see their house like, why the hell would you paint your house pink?
That's
Some
what
of these
they
people,
like.
Some of these people paint these ugly colors, and you like, why the hell would you do that? All
It's a
these houses look
reflection on them.
nice in the neighborhood, and you.
What's wrong with
but,
pink?
But they.
What's wrong with
But
pink?
what I'm going back to what you're saying is that they love that color and they think it looks beautiful. So he thought his house looked
Well,
beautiful.
that's different,
you
but
think?
besides a fucking penitentiary, bro.
Yeah.
Well, he
Pink
was
is a color choice. You know what I'm saying? I don't. That shit was built like a penitentiary.
I mean, okay,
his mind was in the left field.
gonna say, so he had
Obviously,
a
he had
penitentiary
mental
mind.
problems, and his taste out of
Awkward.
house design was way off in terms of the social norm.
Well, do
Let's
you-
give it that way.
Let me ask y'all this: do y'all think this house is haunted? I mean, well, it's property, like they say today. They say it's haunted today.
Well, may I answer first?
Yes. Go.
Okay. Big David said that that's been the lure for people that's saying that this particular lot, this land, it really has not much to do with him in general, but this land itself was haunted.
Yeah.
Urban legend.
Urban legend. I mean, so do I think that could be the case? Yes, that's kind of why I brought up Amityville Horror.
Okay.
I do believe that there is something there.
Okay.
What about you, David?
Based on the evidence given to us on the Toddville mansion itself, after they break it down and then they built multiple homes, people have been reporting that there was, small, shadowy children and, ghosts making sounds in different areas of the lots of the neighborhood in which, now people are trying to get out. And, we had Trent share us the story about Mr. Golan's issue of trying to rent out or, lease the property.
Yeah.
So I'm going to definitely say yes.
Yeah.
What about you, Voices?
I definitely feel as well a fact about energy because I'm all about energy.
Right.
Energy doesn't die; it's only transferred.
Right.
So
Yes.
that means that when he got shot in the head, his energy, his old fist freaking energy, shot out his body.
Right.
It's all up in there, and we don't know what type of energy was already there prior to him actually building that ugly ass house on the land.
Wow.
Where that land came from, Seabrook, probably some old slave shit. I mean, we don't know. So,
Right.
it's having to been on the water.
Right.
It's a lot of things. It's energy in the water.
Yeah.
So that whole place is fucked. Now
Yeah.
think about it. The whole place, the whole lot,
Could be, yeah.
could be. So to say haunted, yeah, but it's all that energy that's never gonna die. So they just need to do something else
All
with
that
it.
negative energy.
Negative energy. At that.
Right.
Yeah.
What about you, Ego?
I think it's a possibility, yeah, that's haunted. Just by him dying the way he died,
Yeah.
I would think he would be angry and upset and
Oh.
still pissed.
Right.
Right.
And probably still looking for little boys to fist.
Right. Right.
that was a
right.
good rhyme.
Ghost
Well,
fist.
Bars.
Yeah, we learned a few things on this show. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I wanted to ask you, like, when you had brought that question up, and Erica gave a good point about the negative energy.
Yeah.
So how would you go about? I mean, is that land forever fucked off? Right? How would you go about actually fixing it? Do we get the little white lady say this house is clean? Do we get her to come out and bless the?
Well, I mean,
the
there's
lot?
other ways, depending on what your religion is. You
What
know
your
what I'm
religion.
saying? You get whoever blesses to bless that shit.
To rid the
That's
negative
if you
energy.
want to stay there. I would just avoid the shit.
You would. I mean, but you saw how it looked.
Yeah, I would avoid it.
The shit looks good.
I mean, I would avoid staying there. I mean, but
We don't know who stayed in our house before us.
that's
Or
what
what
I'm
happened?
saying. We don't know.
What if
But
you
we
get a-
know about this one.
What if you get a
Right.
really, really good deal on it, Trent?
Nah, I think I'll chill. I think I'll chill. Because it ain't worth it, man. You can't fucking sleep. Motherfuckers trying to
Yeah.
fist you in your a phantom fist and shit.
Speaking of
Oh,
evil,
yeah, fuck that. Nah,
again, back to
I'll
Ghost
chill.
Hub. Oh, anyway, change of topic.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, we did learn there were a couple of people that would sell, that would get fisted for $5 million. a
5
couple-
million. Yeah.
Yeah.
No
that's-
Vaseline.
Yeah.
I don't-
Theoretically
You didn't say that.
speaking.
I don't have 5 million, but I got $5. Y'all still gonna do it?
No.
No, I'm not looking to do it. We're just answering your sick question.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a very
Choice,
fucking sick
shit.
question. I
Nah, that
know,
was
right?
an awesome fucking question.
Right.
You
That
know,
was a
we-
shitty
No, we
question.
found out all about them, and yes,
Literally.
shitty,
Say
shitty,
shitty question.
shitty. That
Literally.
was the pun right there. That was it.
You know, there was a there was, speaking of, people not wanting to live in, that place or a remodeled place due to the evil spirit energy whatsoever. I did find out in my side of town in north side of Houston where they did had a haunted house, plaything for people that they go every Halloween or whatever. But then there was a true story. I think it was one of the locations on Scream World, and it was reported on the Houston Chronicle that somebody did had a dead body that died there, and then one of the staff members did say, "Oh, it's part of the prop," but then he lied. And then afterwards, once they found out, there was some terrible energy spirits that people were complaining, they later just, demolished the whole place, sold it, and then they had to remove that rotting dead body out of it.
Well, I think that's part of Texas law that you do have to disclose
Yes.
Yeah,
a
that's,
murder or something like that on
Yes.
the property.
yeah, but once you tear that building
Yeah,
down,
that's
then
why old boy
it-
was having problems.
Yeah.
right,
Exactly.
You don't have to do it then.
Yeah.
you know.
hmm
I do believe that there are, because the voices said it, there are negative energies,
Yeah.
that could be lurking,
Yeah.
and they have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
So it's probably in lot number 12 over there. You know, it's some kid that absorbed all that shit and is over there fisting his goddamn cat right now.
Wow. Oh my God.
I'm just saying, starting out. You know what I'm saying? It's starting out.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, but what if that is the case though? Like, what
It could
if?
be.
Yeah, what if?
Well, I
when you
mean-
say that negative energy or whatever spirit, how it jumps from one body? Because
It
we've
does.
seen that in movies,
Fallen.
right?
Remember
Well, yeah,
Fallen?
we've seen a lot of movies.
When they say get out and you have to be pure, otherwise it'll jump to you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, could that be true even in this situation?
I don't know. That's if we go in there. We don't even know. It's maybe.
Well, what about the guy Smiley? Smiley was the guy that killed the man.
Yeah.
So is he's out of prison now?
No, he's serving life.
He's serving life.
Not for the murder. He's serving life for aggravated
crime.
robbery.
Yes.
Aggravated robbery. So this limping motherfucker just can't stop.
Yeah. And you know what? They
That's why he
never
got
did-
caught.
They never did say what happened to the other 3 guys. I couldn't find no information on that.
One of
Same
the guys,
here.
One of the guys got
He left.
No, one of the guys who was younger, he was like right around the age, and he had never done anything before. They let him go. And one of
Wow.
the other guys, I think they gave him like 5 years, 4 or 5 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
The guy for actually murdering, that's why he got all the time.
Yeah.
And plus, he had other stuff going along
Yeah.
with it, Mr. Smiley.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, and you know the other part of it is too is that today we have LGBTQ and the community. People recognize these people for people. At that time, that wasn't something people frowned upon it.
Yeah.
So these other guys would have probably had their name kept out of it in general.
Yeah.
Because of what went with it at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there you have it.
Right.
So you guys, we just giving you a recap because of his situation in this man's home that he built, lovely home that he built.
Prison home.
Stop saying that.
What ugly home?
What ugly.
Yeah,
I
he
know, right?
he lured. He had. I'm not going to say lured. He just he went to
When
Montrose.
did this thing?
Yeah, and picked up some boys and was having fun. I mean, there's no crime in that. He was having fun with these boys. He even made them cook and clean up the house, which I would do if I had some
You
hoes
had
in
your
the house.
boys?
No, if I had some hoes in the
Okay,
house,
okay.
you know what I'm saying? There's some hoes in this house.
Don't try to clean it up.
No, I'm
Yeah.
just saying I would do the same. I would do the same shit.
Well,
You
that's
know
one
what
of
I'm
the
saying?
Trying to make him
Smiley
sound so
Don't
said-
try to
innocent.
clean it
No.
up. Yeah, I know.
Smiley said he wouldn't scrub the floors. He said, I wouldn't dare scrub the floors.
Yeah, that pissed him off.
That pissed him off.
Say that shit to the camera, bro.
That pissed him the fuck off.
Because he wouldn't.
He wouldn't clean the floor.
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was getting free rent and
No, it
drug
wasn't
money.
free.
It
He
wasn't
wasn't
free.
free.
It was being fisted.
It wasn't free.
I mean,
He had to give his body up for to pay it off.
Yeah.
so did you hear what the man said? Smiley say, "Look here, man. I ain't scrubbing no motherfucking floors." So
Yeah.
you guys at home, think about that shit when you with your gal and you tell her ass to scrub some floors, right? It's a man that got shot because of it.
Wow.
Oh,
So you-
wow.
Yeah, you keep that shit in mind when you tell her to scrub them goddamn floors.
Right.
Think about this shit. Think of Smiley.
Yeah.
Think of
He said, I
Smiley.
take some fists.
But you gotta look, man. It's so much historic shit, so much wild, crazy shit
In Houston.
that happened
In
here in our
Texas.
city that we don't know about, and it's taking
Yeah.
us to do this research and find it and bring it to y'all. So we hope we letting y'all know a lot of things y'all don't know, teaching y'all shit about Houston's history.
Yeah.
That's part of what we're trying to do here on the Urban Paranormal Podcast, because there's so much shit that I've learned
Right, me too.
just about Houston since we've done this. We've been doing this podcast.
Yeah.
I learned a lot, period.
I never heard of
Period.
that
No, I didn't either.
at all. Yeah.
I just also want to stress too that all this, history, it's not perfect, but we wanted to bring it into a good light for people to be educated, to make better of our, future, to appreciate different types of backgrounds. And I hope you guys enjoy listening to us.
Yeah, and we might laugh and joke inappropriately
Of course.
sometimes. Mostly me.
Me too. No,
Jay.
I say the most inappropriate
Yeah,
shit.
I know. But that's all we trying to do.
Yeah.
Just bring a little enlightenment
We-
about
we-
our city.
Laughter. We're enlightening you with laughter
Oh, yeah.
about a horrible situation. Okay.
Tomato.
Right.
What's funny to me might not be funny to you.
Of course.
Right. And
But
no,
the fisting shit was hilarious.
It's
that's fucked up. You know,
humor.
Right.
people dying and stuff like that. That's never funny. But we do try to make a little joke about certain things because we just don't want to send you home, thinking sad shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, myself, right, JH,
And I'm your moderator, Trent A. Johnson.
we want to bid y'all guys good night, and we're going to hope to see you again in a couple days. And we out.
Peace.
Peace.
Hey.